So this we have seen up for the super plasticizers admixtures. That is the second admixture we have seen, that is the super plasticizer. Then third admixture is a retarder. So why we are adding the retarder, that we will see what is the need and what are the functions of this retarder, that we will see. So the need of the retarder is a delay in the transportation and placing. If we have to place the concrete, or if we have to transport the concrete from the mixer, or we require the 1 hour or 2 hours time for the placing the for placing of concrete, at that time we have to add the retarder. So retarder is having the function to the concrete will be set for after many more time is required to set the concrete. That the ability of that retarder admixture is there. So why we are adding the what is the need of the retarder? So need is we can delay the transportation. We can place the concrete by transporting for 1 hour, 2 hour. So this is the need. Then second need of the retarder is to compensate effect of high temperature. So we can compensate effect of high temperature. If high temperature is there, what will happen? The concrete will set early. Are you getting? So heat or temperature is there. So nowadays summer season is there. So if we make the concrete in summer season, in what happen? So concrete will set early. So if we have to give the some time for the setting the concrete, if we add the retarder into the concrete. So the high temperature effect we can compensate by adding the retarder admixtures. Then for grouting in oil well. So for if we have to use the retarder for grouting purpose in oil well, at that time you can use the retarder also. Then for the structures having a very large dimensions, if any structure is there and the structure having a large dimension, sometimes the building is there having a 6-meter floor height, the column is very long. Some of the time the span is very high span is there. At that time the length of beam will be more. So large dimensions having the structures, at that time you can use the retarder admixture in that particular to obtain the and to control the durability and strength also. And then last need of the retarder admixture is to obtain exposed aggregate finish. To obtain the exposed aggregate finish, for that purpose we are adding the admixtures. That admixture is a retarder into the concrete. So what materials we can add while making the retarder admixtures? So the materials we are adding into the retarder admixtures are basically calcium sulfate is used to as a retarder. Calcium sulfate is we can use as a retarder. Then starches, then cellulose products, that are also we can use as a retarder. Then salt of acids, salt of acid we are going to use as a retarder to what we can say, to increase the setting time. म्हणजे 1 तासात इनिशियल सेटिंग टाइम जर 30 मिनिटात होणार असेल तर ते आपण 1 तासापर्यंत नेऊ शकतो. And final setting time you can maintain as early time. So the initial setting time we can increase. Why? because we sometimes we have to transport the concrete and delay for the placing of the concrete on site that required. And the common sugar also we are adding as a retarder into the concrete. So these retarder admixtures having these chemicals we are adding into this particular as an admixture into the concrete to uh, increase the setting time of the aggregate in the initial setting time of the concrete. So this for this these are the materials used. So what mechanism behind this retarder is there? So generally the retarder essentially slow early hydration by reducing. So slow heat of hydration process will be there. Why? In the retarder, why we have to transport the concrete and we have to place the concrete on site for some time. So for that purpose, the heat of hydration process is reduces that retarder. What retarder is doing? The hydration process is reduces at the rate which tricalcium silicate C3S react with the water. That tricalcium silicate is a connect with the or mix with the water. The heat of hydration will take place, and that heat of hydration is slowly going on if the retarder is added into the concrete. Then retarder slow the growth of calcium hydroxide crystal, and the both reactions develops the early setting and strength gain characteristics of the paste. See, the retarders, what retarder is doing? The retarder slow and growth of calcium oxide is a crystal, and the reactions of both that calcium oxides and the water is develop the early setting and strength gain characteristics. That it means strength will be we will get in at same time, but the setting time is increases so that we can transport or we can place the concrete at time we required. So next is the result. So results for the particular retarders are at normal temperature 0.05 to 0.1 percentage sugar has a little effect on hydration. So what if we add the retarder into the concrete, what result we will get? So the 0.05 to 0.1 percentage of sugar has effect on hydration. So hydration process is very important. That hydration process is reduces if we add the 0.5 temp for normal temperature 0.5 to 0.1 percentage of sugar. And second result we are getting, that is the sugar added to 0.2% retards concrete to 72 hours delay initial setting. See, you can see 72 hours sugar added 0.2% retard concrete. So 72 hours we can delay this initial setting time. 72 तास आपण काय करू शकतोय तर इनिशियल 30 मिनिटाचा इनिशियल सेटिंग टाइम आपण कुठपर्यंत नेऊ शकतोय इफ वी कॅन ऍड द रिटार्डर ऍज ऍडमिक्सचर इनटू कॉन्क्रीट 0.2% जरी ऍड केलं तर काय होतंय 72 hours आपण इनिशियल सेटिंग टाइम आपण कंट्रोल करू शकतो. So these are the some various admixtures we have covered till today: plasticizer, super plasticizer, and retarder. So 3 admixtures we have seen. So remaining admixtures we will see in the next lecture, and we will see remaining admixtures for what purpose we are adding, their needs, their mechanism, and their results will be see in the next lecture. So today we will stop here. So wait, I will take attendance and then we will close.